The GTA 6 release is nearing closer every single day, and from what we've seen so far, it's looking like it's going to be worth the wait. But why in 12 years since the release of GTA 5 has no company even come close to Rockstar, and it's to the point that it feels like there's literally zero competition? Is it the time, money, or the developer expertise that will force GTA 6 to the top of the charts? Or is it just the plain incompetence from the opposition? Today we're taking you through all the insider knowledge on why GTA 6 has no competition, and what this could mean for the future of the gaming industry. So without further ado, let's dive in. To start off, I think it's important we talk about the gaming industry nowadays. In the past, it felt like there was a lot more competition in my opinion, and all of the biggest companies were always focused on delivering the best and most polished game. And it's not just that us players are blinded by nostalgia, the games back in the day were actually better. For example, it's pretty obvious that all of the old Call of Duty Black Ops games absolutely clear the new ones, as well as the old Assassin's Creed games as well. But fast forward to today, and it feels like that passion is almost lost, with the industry now being riddled with half-finished games, endless amounts of microtransactions, as well as shallow and meaningless stories. It feels like players nowadays are almost conditioned to expect patches and fixes on day one, and I don't need to tell you that that obviously shouldn't be the case. And on top of that, due to this money-hungry nature, most games just lack depth, and this leads to games dying right after the cash grab. Personally, I can't remember a game in recent times that hasn't got boring after 2 weeks of playing. A great example of this is Splitgate, which absolutely blew up for a few weeks before dying off almost instantly. So although this was really unfortunate, it's a testament to how quickly players move on, and it's clear that Rockstar understands this very well. It's not a coincidence that they don't make bad games. Yes, they may take longer than a lot of the copy and paste studios nowadays, but they never disappoint and they deliver quality every single time. Take Red Dead Redemption 2 for example. In total, it took 8 years to make, and it was delayed multiple times until its release in 2018. But the most important thing was that when it was finally released, it was a complete masterpiece with zero real game-breaking bugs. And because of that, despite being 7 years old, it's still unmatched as the most detailed open world game ever, which reinforces why Rockstar is so highly respected. They are almost always cautious before pulling the trigger, so let's hope they don't change this winning strategy anytime soon, because at the moment they're on an unbeatable streak. They haven't made a bad game in the last 25 years, and if we combine this with the fact that GTA 6 has a $2 billion budget, then it won't be a surprise to any of us when Rockstar strikes gold once again. And to put this into perspective, one of the most expensive games ever made, Cyberpunk, cost around $400 million, so that means that even if GTA 6 was just costing $1 billion, I say just like it's a small amount, then it would be 2.5 times bigger than Cyberpunk and around twice as big as Red Dead Redemption 2, which is crazy to think about and absolutely oozes confidence from Rockstar. And it makes you seriously think, how is any other studio supposed to actually compete with that? And that's just the budget. You've also got to factor in the expertise and the time that Rockstar takes, which ultimately allows them to produce a record-breaking game almost with every single release. But I've stressed enough now how it's pretty much impossible for any other game studio to produce that Rockstar quality, but it wasn't always like this. Back in the early 2000s, there were actually some other studios trying to give Rockstar a run for their money, with the most obvious one being Saints Row that released in 2006. Overall, the game was pretty great, and they followed up with a sequel not long after, but after some time they tried to differentiate themselves from being the GTA clone, and that led to them really pushing the boat out with Saints Row 3, and every game after that just went more and more to shit, with the studio now bankrupt. But moving on from that, let's talk about the other franchise which is still cherished for some people, and that's Watch Dogs by Ubisoft. Let's be real, it was obviously similar to GTA, but the hacking and all the other bits and bobs just made it pretty fun. And the same story could be said for Watch Dogs 2, which definitely expanded on their earlier success, unlike the third game, Watch Dogs Legion, which pretty much marked the end of that franchise. And following on from that now, that leaves us with GTA, who is now looking quite lonely at the top. But that's only going to be exaggerated with the release of GTA 6, which is aiming to be sort of a one-stop shop for all of us. I mean, we're all expecting a fantastic single player and online, as well as unlimited variety that allows you to do whatever you want at any time. So for many of us, GTA 6 is going to be the only game that's even worth installing, because there's going to be something for everyone, and I mean everyone. So if you've ever experienced the pain of friends who can't decide on a common game to play, then hopefully GTA 6 is going to solve this problem. And that leads on to my next point. The rumour is that the map is supposed to be 2.5 times the size of GTA 5, with hundreds of enterable interiors, as well as new and improved NPCs. But that's not surprising for any of us. We've all seen how realistic GTA 6 looks, but even the insane leap in graphics between trailer 1 and 2 really leaves you wondering what trailer 3 is going to look like. The fact that trailer 1 looked fantastic, and I didn't think it could get much better, but then fast forward to trailer 2 and it really did. It's just crazy to think that even Rockstar is still iterating and improving on their own quality, which is already so superior. So once GTA 6 finally drops, it's gonna set a new benchmark for the whole gaming industry, and once it's set, people's expectations can't just magically drop lower, so it's gonna create a really interesting scenario. Either other studios step up, or they're just left behind in the dust. But adding on to that now, let's talk about the true elephant in the room, that being GTA Online. Obviously, the predecessor to GTA 6 was a massive success, but I say that with a strong emphasis on GTA Online, which has made Rockstar over 8 billion to date thanks to shark cards. So for any company at all, surpassing the biggest entertainment product of all time is quite a feat, and of course we're all expecting Rockstar to replicate this same success with GTA 6 Online, and on top of that they'll be looking to surpass that as well, keeping the game relevant and players hooked for at least the next 10 to 20 years. Oh god, the reality of that is pretty depressing, and you can bet that Rockstar's going to milk this even more than GTA 5. With the recent acquisition of 5M, which you may have seen already, it's highly likely that fully integrated RP servers come into GTA 6, and adding on to this, it's a possibility that we have official roleplay servers as well, maybe even ones which are specifically for Twitch streamers, as this wasn't ruled out by Twitch's CMO. But what's more exciting for us regulars is the high chance of UGC maps, similar to that of what we've seen in Fortnite and Roblox. Just imagine the variation that that's going to bring, and if it's possible, then we're definitely going to see gun game in GTA 6. Although this is the direction that GTA 6 is likely going in, Rockstar is trying to build a platform, not just a game, and they are essentially building from scratch a foundation that's going to last us the next 20 years. So to all of you out there, just have a bit of patience and survive till next year, where it's all gonna come good. And leading on from that, on that day, it's highly expected that GTA 6 is going to crash the internet. I mean, the trailers already break records online, with trailer 2 having over 100 million views, and trailer 1 over 250 million. So don't be surprised when the whole of social media revolves around GTA 6. And in my opinion, even though the game is going to sell millions in pre-orders and on day one, just the vast amount of content circulating around YouTube, TikTok and Twitch is going to boost the sales even higher. You may have seen fans literally putting thousands aside for GTA 6, so the hype is definitely real. I don't think I've seen any other video game in history literally force people to upgrade their consoles, and I've got to say that actions speak louder than words. Personally, I have a PS5, but I don't even have online for it at the moment because I just don't see the actual point. So GTA 6 is obviously going to force my hand along with many others, and that leads really nicely into my last point now, and that's that GTA 6 is make or break for consoles and the gaming industry as a whole. It's almost like it's producing a shockwave, with millions that is going to be spent on new consoles and online, and even other studios and games could thrive in the so-called afterglow of GTA 6, because although it's going to be the best in all its glory, everyone needs a break now and again, so we could see the whole industry ride this wave. So 2026 is definitely going to be a good year, but then again it's quite hard to say, because it's extremely genuinely possible that GTA 6 could just take over altogether and make other games feel completely irrelevant. Just keep in mind that GTA 5 has thrived for almost 12 years, and it's likely GTA 6 is going to dominate for at least the next 15 or 20. So essentially, I hope you like GTA 6 enough to stare at it for the next 20 years. But anyway, that's it for this video. Let me know your opinion down below, and I'll respond to every single one of you. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.